But first up, he represents Illinois' 16th Congressional District. Wow, and he's on our show. He's the founder of the Country First PAC. Please welcome Adam Kinzinger. Adam. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for doing this show. I think we all know why you're here. You are one of 10 Republicans in the House who voted to impeach. So it's interesting the way our country works now. We're so tribal. I bet you right now have a lot of new friends and a lot of new enemies. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. And, you know, it's, you're right. I think we're picking tribes. It's kind of like the inability to make independent decisions now. And so when you're one of 10 people that vote to impeach the president and you cross him, you get a lot of the base mad, but you also see a lot of people that understand, you know, we need a Republican Party that maybe isn't crazy and can actually be a productive member of a government that has basically two parties.
Right. When was the last time you think we had that? No, really.
Look, it's been a while. I think definitely since President Trump we haven't, but I think it's even really honestly since I've been in politics. This is my 11th year, and if you think about it, we have learned, and I can only speak, you know, as a Republican looking at the Republicans, is we've learned that you can get elected on a steady diet of fear. And so every fundraising email is send me $5 to make sure that, you know, Nancy Pelosi doesn't destroy your family. And it's everything is this diet of fear. And eventually there's no wonder there's real damage done to democracy. So that's what my whole idea of country first is all about, is A, putting the country first before the party, but B, having a little bit of optimism about the future of the greatest country in the world that knows no limits except our own imagination.
So, well, I can't get my solar turned on, so I'm not going to argue with you there. I think we have a few more limits than that. But anyway, you mentioned family. I know certain members of your own family, did they not claim that you are now possessed by the devil?
Yeah, so I was over at my parents' house, and out of nowhere, I got a registered letter to my parents' house that same day, and I read it, and it was just, I mean, 2 handwritten pages, really tiny letters, really angry, a lot of caps, just saying I'm now in the devil's army because I dared turn against President Trump. And actually, I'll tell you, I got a second certified letter reiterating that, by the way, about 2 weeks ago. But the thing about that is I'm actually happy I got it because it really woke me up to the level of brainwashing in some people and the understanding that they truly believe that they are fighting against the forces of evil just because, you know, the person that they thought was the second coming basically turned out to lose.
Do you believe there is such a thing as a devil?
I do, yeah, absolutely. I do. And I think, but I think when you look at it, look,
you know,
I was in...
Okay, but then you're talking about brainwashing and, you know, I mean, if you believe that there's such a thing as a devil to begin with, aren't we halfway to nonsense right there?
Well, it's what you believe, but listen, I'll tell you, I was sitting there on Insurrection Day, and I've got to tell you, I felt literally like pure evil coming into the Capitol. And I've talked to many of the officers, including Officer Fanone, who was the guy that was drugged down the stairs and told to kill him with his own gun. And he's like, man, I have never seen people like that. So I don't care, you know, if you call it evil or not, it was something that was crazing these people to believe that if you go into the Capitol and destroy it, you're somehow doing a service for your country.
So I know you feel, and I'm glad you do, and I wish you the best with this project, that you can reclaim the Republican Party. But
I do.
I'm looking at the numbers, Congressman, and they're not, you would need a swing of about 40 points. I mean, Trump wants to start his own party. 33% of Republicans are down with that right away. Another 37% say probably, maybe. So only 30% are with Republican Classic. For you to reclaim the party, again, I think you would need a swing of about 40 percentage points. How can you really accomplish that?
So it is Herculean. And the thing I've looked at it is there has been no counter voice in the party to Donald Trump. Everybody's been scared. And that's where I've finally decided just to be extremely bold about it is to say people need to hear the other side of this. They need to remember that there is a really rich history of the Republican Party. We can be better. And so I basically just did a video and put it on countryfirst.com with a 1, by the way. But I did that with the intention of just saying what I wanted to say. And the reaction was amazing. I mean, 20,000, email signups in 24 hours. And what it showed, it's not just disaffected Republicans, it's independents, and it's even some Democrats that are like, we just want a sane Republican Party. So all I can do is put it all in the field. I may fail. That's okay. I'm at peace with trying. But somebody's got to do something.
You're willing to lose your job. Isn't that the... you got to... You say you've been in Congress 11 years, right?
I have, yeah.
Okay. And you served overseas. I mean, you've been in worse places, obviously, than Congress, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what is so great about this job that people are willing to sell their souls. Is it just because you get a staff, you're a celebrity? Is that it? Because these people, because let's be honest, you don't need any skills to do the Congress. I'm saying not you, but I'm just saying it's one of the few jobs in America where there's no checks. All you have to do is get people to vote for you. You can be the biggest moron in the world, and I've interviewed some of them. And you can get, all you need is a clip-on tie and the votes, and you're there. Why, what is it? Is that really what it is? They just don't want to give up the job that gives them a kind of a celebrity?
I think it is. I think some of it is it's just fear, but I think it's also you spend your whole life trying to get to Congress. It's a big deal to get to Congress, and then all of a sudden, when you think that's your terminal job or you're going to go higher, you live in fear of anything you do. But I'll tell you, Bill, what I've constantly said to people is this. We, as a military guy myself and been in war, is like, if we're going to ask young people to be willing to give their life for the country, how dare we not be willing to give our career for something that may not be just like warfare, but may be just as important in the future.
Okay.